Okay, well, now we're going to jump straight in with another speaker. And our next speaker is David Townsend, who also has a world of experience in storytelling. David is also going to help us announce the book adaptation winners a little later on. But by way of introduction, here's a short video about David.
For 15 years, David has been overseeing projects across different industries and is now very well versed in all steps of production management. David now heads up the IP development department at Axis Studios, who develop and pitch between 6 to 10 brand new stories each year, working with a wide range of writers from around the globe as they do so. David is also an active member of the Visual Effects Society in both London and New Zealand. David understands and respects the crucial role storytelling plays in society and has devoted his life to finding, developing, and telling the world's greatest stories. Welcome, David.
David, hi. We saw you entering the room a little earlier. Are you there?
I am.
Hi. Fabulous. Hi, David.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm a little hoarse due to the winter things that are going around. So apologies if I sound weird. But yeah, it's so great to be here. Great to see all your smiling faces, and just like Barry said, I feel like I'm in kindred spirits around me as well. So really, really cool. So I just wanted to I guess explain a little bit about what I do, and then to hopefully leave you with a small nugget of encouragement. So my job is I take stories from smart, intelligent people like yourselves, and I convert them into shows that are then pitched to the likes of the streamers of the world, the Netflixes and Amazon Primes and all this sort of stuff, and then make them into TV shows and into feature films. So really, really cool. I kind of feel I've got a dream job. I also dabble with writing myself. I love writing myself. I love disappearing into that world myself. Mostly just for my own fun and to tell stories to my kids and stuff like that. But I wanted to sort of echo something Barry said, just about the importance of storytellers and you guys. Just I also believe that it's probably the most important job in the world to a degree, or that's at least you could argue that it's one of the most important jobs in the world. Like Barry said, it does so much for society, and it teaches us the things that how to build a better world together, and it shows us teaches us things from history that to avoid, and a bunch of other stuff. But what I wanted just quickly to say that I've learned and I'm learning is really there's quite a lot of hurdles from becoming a storyteller to becoming an author. Lots of little hurdles, and there's some big ones too. And tonight I just wanted to talk to you about one particular hurdle that I think we all face, and that is the hurdle of belief, the hurdle of self-belief. It requires, in order to become an author, it requires belief in yourself. It requires belief in the process. It requires belief in your characters and in the themes and in the ideas that you're putting into stories. And that stuff is sometimes difficult to come by. You might be lucky enough to have somebody that believes in you and has said, I believe in you. I had a mentor a long time ago that said that. I was running at the time a little commercial cleaning company. We were almost bankrupt because I didn't know what I was doing. Made every possible mistake you can with a small business. was feeling fairly glum, to be honest. And a business mentor said, "No, David Townsend, I believe in you," and almost words of faith, because there was nothing apparent for him to be able to say that and to see that. But I took him at his word, and it really helped, and it put me on a trajectory, which is why I'm doing what I'm doing today. And I hope every single one of us has got somebody like that in our lives. But even if we don't, and even if we do, we need to believe in ourselves. We got to self-belief. We got to believe in ourselves. So I just wanted to, I guess, encourage you with that it's the person that believes in themselves that opens the computer up again and thinks, okay, I can do this, and they carry on and they finish the project. It's the person that believes in themselves that says, I'm going to write something without knowing whether I'm going to get paid or not for this. I'm going to put in the work, and I just believe that this will pay off. It's the author that believes in themselves that doesn't just stop when they've done one draft or they've done one story, but they continue and they continue and they continue. So I just want to encourage you all to have that belief in yourself. If you think a story is a cool idea, then that makes it a cool idea. If you think a character is an interesting, quirky character, then it makes it an interesting, quirky character. And your job is then just to tease that out and tell the rest of the world why is the character a really interesting character, and why is your story the next best story that we all should be reading and watching. So yeah, I just think it's important that we don't underestimate the power of that, and we don't underestimate the power of stories in general. That a story is incredibly powerful. I have 4 little kiddies, and you can see in a child's eyes, perhaps a little bit more transparent than when we get older. We get better at hiding how we feel, but when you're telling a small child a story, you can see the cogs moving behind their eyes, and you can see their eyes wide, and that's what happened. That's the power of a story. What happens to all of us, whether it is the written page or something on the TV, or it's at the cinema, it has a power. I remember, brief example, I remember going into see the film The Matrix as a teenager, and I remember being in the cinema, coming out and thinking, is that the real world in there, or is this the real world out here? And I think that is a phenomenal thing to be able to do in someone's mind and in their heart, to be like, okay, is that right? Or where? And I walked home thinking, is that possible? And I was able to suspend my disbelief for long enough that the storytellers grabbed me, and I couldn't get my belief back. And that's one example of thousands of different kinds of stories that impact us in many different ways. And in this on this call tonight with the people here and all of the people that have applied for these, have put themselves in for this great award. We've all got that power to do that. We've got the ability to make the world a better place. So I want to honor you guys for the work that you put in. Sometimes you have to go a long time before you actually see something come back, and that requires faith. It requires belief in yourselves, and I want to honor you for that. Also, I wanted to take the opportunity to honor Paula and Ken for setting up these awards. It's not we were chatting the other day, there's quite a big divide. I see this a lot in my work between these amazing, in quotes, superstars that are on the big screen, people that had, you know, big works published, or are actors that are doing amazing at the box office. And then there's a big divide between that and people that are just starting out, and people that are yet unpublished. However, in reality, that is a continuum, because nobody who is a big star just gets that way. They all start out somewhere, and we all start somewhere. And so what I love, just in terms of these awards, and Paula and Ken's kind of approach to this, is very much about helping bridge that gap, and actually helping realizing that whether you're an A-lister superstar by some standard, or whether it's the first time that you've put pen to paper, that we're all inherently valuable, and we've all got a story to tell, and we've all got a voice. Yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to say that, because I think it's fantastic.
Thank you. That's beautiful. That was beautifully said.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yeah,
David, thank you.
we all have a voice. Yeah, and
Yeah.
we all need to tell our stories. That's lovely.
David, listen, thanks for those words of support, and I think your comments on self-belief and pushing on, they're very well.
They're very important, because, as you say, if you want to get there, if you're determined, if you really believe in your story, if you believe in your writing, you have to hang in there. You have to believe in yourself. You have to, you just have to keep going. And it might be a long road, because of that divide that you were talking about. It might be a very long road, but you have to keep going. It's sometimes, if, as you were saying, if there's nobody around you, you've got to believe in yourself. So very powerful words there.
Yeah, and listen, well done on making that staggering career switch from an almost bankrupt cleaning company to what you're doing now.
Yeah.
I didn't think the skill set would transfer, but it's obviously worked, David. Well done.
I'm not sure it did, but it just goes to show. No, thanks so much for having me. Okay.
Now, David, you're going to help us out with a few award announcements as well. And the first one is our Screenplay Award for the Golden Writer winner.
Golden Screenwriter.
Golden Screenwriter.
And just as a reminder, this is something that Paul Michael Glazer from Starsky and Hutch, who was our guest last year, he actually was talking about ageism in writing, and he was actually saying that it's an award that he thinks we really should have. And so we took it on board, and this year we have Golden Writer, Golden Screenwriter, and Golden Author. So, David.
Is there a short list to play, or shall I just roll into it?
That's for your next award, which is the Book Adaptation Award. So we've
seen. No worries. I just didn't want to fall into the same trap. Awesome. Okay. Well, without any further delay, the winner of the Golden Screenwriter Award goes to Joseph Bird for Monet and Oscar: The Essence of Light. Well done, Joseph.
Well done, Joseph. Do we know if we have Joseph?
Joseph doesn't seem to be here.
Okay.
Joseph?
Well, again,
I can't see Joseph. Again, I'll watch for him. Yeah. He said he's coming, so he might be late. I'll watch for him, and we'll pop over to him when needed.
Okay, David. So you're going to help us now with the winners for the book adaptation needed. And this is for authors who are looking to have their novel adapted to a screenplay. So let's have a look.
And Page Turner Award pays for these winners to have their novels adapted to a screenplay, and they can then enter their screenplay into contests, or they can try and pitch to producers. So we will
something close to my heart. So well done, everyone who went into this.
Before we do that, we'll just jump ahead and look at the book adaptation needed shortlist. So here we go. So over to you, David.
David, over to you.
Yeah. So the first winner of the book adaptation prize goes to Jodie Smith for Bayou Cresting, The Wanting Woman, Who a Point. Well done, Jodie.
Well Jodie, are you there? Jodie?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello, Jodie. I know you said you were so excited to come, and I couldn't say why. Well done.
My women.
Yes.
So excited. While I was creating this, my huge dream is to see my Wanting Women on Hulu or Netflix or Prime or something. And
well, the chances here now, there's a very good chance. Our judges felt that the voices that came from these Wanting Women, their voices were unique, their voices were lovely, and that's why you've been chosen. Your woman might one day get the green light. So fantastic. Well done.
thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay,
Brilliant.
thank you, Jody.
Thank you, Jody.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Good on you, Jody. That's really cool. And the second winner of the book adaptation prize goes to Justine Gilbert for her novel Daisy Chain. Justine Gilbert, are you
I
there?
see your face, Justine. Come on.
I'm thrilled. I'm beyond thrilled. It's fantastic. I always thought that this story was incredibly visual because it encompasses all the major open historic houses along the Hudson River Valley, you know, the Roosevelt House and all of them. And I thought, this has to be a film. So thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Well done, Justine, well done.
Well done.
Was that you holding up the small dog earlier on?
Yes, I'll wake her up. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
God bless it. I can't do that with ours because he's a little bit big. I have to lift him up.
She's looking a lot less excited than you. But,
He's
anyway.
an English Springer Spaniel and he's fast asleep here, so I wouldn't have to lift
Justine
him.
and Jody, congratulations to you.
So,
Yeah, really exciting to both of you.
So thank you very much, David, for coming along and for sharing all those lovely words with us. And before you go, I just wanted to tell you, still on the book adaptation needed, there were supposed to be 2 winners for the book adaptation prize, and there are 2 winners, and lovely to have the 2 of you winners. But when we were reading through all the different submissions, Ken and I spotted an amazing story in the book award, which is about animal rescue by young children. The story really resonates with us very strongly because we've rescued more than 50 cats and we've rehomed them. We've rehomed many dogs that have been abandoned by hunters. That we live in a private nature reserve in rural Andalusia, and hunters just come along and then abandon their dogs. So because we're big advocates of pet rescue, we felt that this lovely, heartwarming story really needs a larger audience. And that's to help combat the international problem that we have, that there's so many lovely little pets living rough. So we hope that this surprise winner of this book adaptation will be able to take their story to the world. And the third surprise winner of the book adaptation is Meredith Wargo for her book called Dogs, a true story of lost animals and the kids who rescued them. So Meredith, can you please come forward? Are you there?
Is Meredith here?
Congratulations,
Welcome, Meredith.
I am here. Oh my gosh, I am speechless.
So Meredith, you didn't even enter this. I know you entered the book award. You didn't enter the screenplay award. So we kind of did our own thing here. We kind of just saw your story, took it out, and thought, "Hang on, this story's got to be told." So there you go.
I am so appreciative of that. My heart is like pounding out of my chest right now. I can't believe this, but you know, it is for, I mean, even non-animal lovers, I think what children were able to accomplish in my telling of the story, it just kind of restores your hope in our future world. And I can't thank you enough for the surprise. It's made my day, my week, my year, and wow.
And it's lovely, Meredith, when I was reading the story, I don't know if you've seen the film Blue Horizon, which is nothing like your story. It really isn't. It's a completely different story, but it's a true story. And if you haven't seen Blue Horizon, go and see it. Ken and I love it. It's a beautiful story.
Okay.
But when I was reading your submission, I was just, for some reason, Blue Horizon was just in my head. And I was thinking, it's completely different, but it's just had the same beautiful, lovely feeling. So we are really excited, and we can't wait to see this as a book adaptation, and we'll put it into the awards next year, put it in front of film producers, and hopefully something will happen with your story.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
so
very
touched.
we're very pleased that we have your approval on this, Meredith.
Yes, I've done the wrong thing.
You didn't say how dare you do that to my book. That would have brought the awards to a bit of a shuddering halt there. But
well, we just have to, you know, sometimes we see these things and we just have to do these things because we do get some beautiful stories coming out, and we've got lots more beautiful stories coming out this evening as we go through the awards. We'll be seeing lots more beautiful stories. So
okay,
thank you again. I greatly appreciate that.
Well done, Meredith. And David, listen, thank you so much for coming along, for your words of inspiration. And we hope we haven't inflicted too much pain and damage on the voice.
No, all good. No problem at all. Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, David, and we'll speak to you soon.